Big ones, small ones, we love all ones. Welcome to the homestead. So today we're making salsa. I'm out here in the outdoor kitchen and there it is right there cooking. And my job at this point is to just stir it, make sure it doesn't get charred or scorched, and just keep that fire going. And so it's going to run for about 30 minutes to an hour or so, and then Jamie will come out and make the final call on whether or not it's done based on the consistency that she likes. And so we've been making salsa ourselves for years. We have a recipe that I'm going to share with you. It's on the website right now at AmericanHomestead.com. And so you can go check out that recipe. I'll include it in the link in the description below. But if you've ever been one of those people who makes a salsa and you just decide it's just not that great, didn't turn out great, the store-bought stuff just tastes better, you like the consistency of the stuff at the store better, I'm going to give you five reasons. So five ways to make your salsa to where people want it. They want to eat it. So we're going to go through those tips today. Check this out. So the top 5 reasons why people don't like your salsa. Number 1, you don't properly blend your salsa. Make sure you blend your tomatoes thoroughly. Okay, a properly blended salsa will not have large chunks in it. Unless you really like that, most people are going to be more familiar with salsa that is properly blended and more comfortable with eating salsa that is properly blended. So you make sure you take out your peels, your skins before you add any ingredients and blend your tomatoes thoroughly. Number 2, you're probably keeping too much of the tomato juice in your salsa. A good salsa will not be very runny at all. Okay, boiling the juice off takes time and many will get impatient and they'll just can their salsa before the juice boils off. That's not the right way to go. You want to not be afraid to take some juice out of your salsa. If you want to can that separately, fine, go ahead. But most people make the mistake of having their salsa be too runny and not the right consistency for normal salsa. So don't be afraid to not include all of your juice. Number 3, you're probably not adding enough ingredients. Listen, ingredients mean flavorful salsa. Onions, garlic, green peppers, cumin, black pepper, and some people add lime juice. This is essential to having a great tasting salsa. You really can't go overboard with onions and garlic. I mean, it's the basis. I mean, besides the tomato, it's the base of a salsa. It really adds a lot of flavor. And green peppers, a lot of people don't even think about green peppers. They think about spicy peppers or jalapenos. But green peppers add a tremendous amount of flavor. So, add a ton of green peppers. They'll cook down, they'll be very soft, and they'll add a lot of flavor. Cumin, black pepper again, and people add lime juice as well. So some people just don't add a lot of ingredients. Number 4, even if you don't like spicy salsa, add at least 1 jalapeno to your batch. It's an amazing amount of flavor that it's going to add to your salsa. So you can add green peppers, you can add all the other ingredients, but even if you don't like spicy, add just 1 jalapeno. 1 jalapeno is not going to be too spicy for you because the cooking process is going to severely tone down the spice. It's going to severely tone down that heat. So just adding 1 jalapeno, it won't be too spicy for you, I promise. Adding 1 jalapeno to your batch, even if it's a large batch or small batch, doesn't matter. That's going to add a tremendous amount of flavor and it's going to really kick up a notch the overall end product. Okay, so are you ready for the number 1 reason why everyone hates your salsa? Or are you ready for the number 1 tip that we're going to give you so that everyone will love your salsa? It's easy. Have you ever been to the store, especially stores that have large salsa selections? You see lots of salsas, and it reminds you almost kind of like a liquor store. You see, the big, inexpensive bottles are on the bottom or mid-shelf. Okay, large bottles, inexpensive, name brand, right? Okay, and then top shelf is the smaller bottles bigger price tag. You get less product for what you're paying for. It's like a liquor store. It's called top shelf. You've heard of top shelf, right? Top shelf means it's really, really good. Well, if you notice, when you go into a place that has a large salsa selection, there's one thing that stands all the other ones apart, okay, from the others. It's the top shelf. And if you look at the top shelf selections really closely, you'll notice that they do one thing different. It's fire roasted. Fire roasted, right there, fire roasted. The top shelf ones, usually almost all of them, are fire roasted salsas because it takes more time and effort to make those salsas. There's just a flavor that is imparted to your salsa once you fire roast it, once you roast it over the fire. It's part of the smoke that gets in there, it's part of the ashes that gets in there. It's okay, it's wood. It's called cellulose, it's in all your food anyway, so it's not gonna hurt you. It's fire roasted, and that is top shelf salsa. If you want top shelf salsa, fire roast it. Having done fire roasted salsa now for like 6 years, we know that this sets our salsa apart from all others. Friends who give us, cans of their salsa, and they want us to try, because they've seen our videos, they've seen our website, they know we make salsa. Hey, Zach, would you like to try my salsa? See what you think. I'm like, it's really good, but there's something missing sometimes. Did you fire roast it? No? Next time, try that. Try that and see the difference. It really does make it. It's like, smoked meats, charcuterie. Charcuterie is amazing because most charcuterie, good charcuterie, is smoked. A lot of it is smoked. And so that flavor, that amazing flavor that's given into whatever food you're making, smoked cheeses, smoked meats, all of that, the smoke just gives an amazing flavor that you'll get no other way. Same with salsa. The top brands are always fire roasted. So the next time you make salsa, try to do those 5 things. Okay, try to do those 5 things. You're gonna blend it well. You're gonna add all this. You're gonna add all the spices. You're gonna add all the ingredients. You're gonna do all these things, and then at the end, when you make it, right before you can it and put it into canning jars and either water bath it or whatever you do, fire roast it. Roast it over a fire. You'll see the difference. Okay, so for the rest of the video, we're going to finish this up. It's almost done. It'll be done here in a little bit. And then we're going to fire this bad boy up. This is our evaporator. We've done videos on this before. If you want more information, you can just search our channel for evaporator. It's, I believe, by Cottage Craft Works. And we're going to fire this bad boy up. We're going to put the top level on, and then we're going to fill it with water. And that's how we're going to water bath all of this salsa that we are going to be making today. So stick around, and I'll show you how we finish it up. So here's the evaporator. It's ready to go. It's all filled up. This is actually probably a little too much water in here, but that's okay. Some of it will overflow a little bit. But you want the level to be high enough to cover your jars completely. And then we have a reserve here. So while this is boiling and boiling off water, you can have this cracked just a little bit, about like that. So it's constantly putting in new water as it's evaporating. I'll shut that off. So you have a reserve here, and then I have some extra right here. This can here is broken. It's like the seal is busted on it, so maybe we'll take that back to the store. Anyway, looking inside here, this is where the fire will go, and then there's a second chamber back there. I can't really see it. That second chamber back there is, I don't know what that's for really, but you don't really build a fire back there. So you build the fire back here. It's 2 chambers, but both chambers have fire brick inside them, so you don't burn it out. And some of the coals will work themselves back in there, but we really don't build the fire back there. It's just here. And so everything boils. Ooh, there's a wasp right there. How you doing? Everything basically boils here around in the middle, and this is where you're going to put all your jars. And so they're going to stay in here for the correct amount of time. I'm not sure what that time is. Jamie will be the one to let me know. So there is the evaporator. It's ready to go. Once this is done, and it should be getting close, I'm going to take some of the coals from the fire down there and put it in the firebox over here and get that fire going. But this is getting really close. Okay, so I've got a lot of the cans already in. Jamie is still making a few more, and once they're done, they will also go in here, and the water level is just about to the top of the cans. You can see that one right there. It's just getting over the top. So a few more cans should push the water level over, and then I'll turn this on to get it the rest of the way. And the water looks like it's already almost up to boiling. So we're getting really close. And check out the fire. It is really roaring inside there right now. So how long do they have to boil? 35? 45 minutes. 45 minutes. Let me just pick that up. Ciao. Okay. I'll get the next one. There we go. And that salsa in that jar is already screaming hot. So 45 minutes should be all done. So we got 37 jars off the evaporator. That's 3 dozen plus 1 jars of salsa. It's pretty spicy. I've tasted it. Jamie gave the all clear and said it was finished. Then we put it on the evaporator for, it was actually about 2 hours it was on the evaporator. Yeah. 2 hours.
There was a little bit more juice than I normally would put in. And also I think the fire wasn't really super hot to begin with.
Yeah, getting started.
Yeah.
It took a while to get up to a lot of heat over the fire. But it has an amazing flavor. It's got that fire roasted flavor that you love so much when you make a really good salsa, that top shelf salsa. And it is probably a little more runny, watery than other salsas that we've done in the past. That's really up to you. How much you cook it is going to be how thick it is, how runny it is. But I think it's going to be a good consistency.
And also, if you really want it thicker, you can add in more tomato paste. So that's an option.
Absolutely. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you would like more information in making our salsas, I'll include links below to articles and videos that we have done in the past where you can find all our information and the recipe for the salsa, Jamie salsa that we made here today. So, all right guys, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time on American Homestead. Hey there, thanks for watching our channel. If you're looking for great off-grid homesteading videos, this is the channel for you. Hit that subscribe button and be sure to like the video you just watched. You can also feel free to send us your questions by going to anamericanhomestead.com on our contact page and send me your question. Your question might get made into a video. In the meantime, check out some of these other great videos. Oh wait, go ahead and click them. Go ahead.